Welcome to a special episode of our NHL 20 Franchise Mode series with the California Misfits. I am the Final Night, Errant. Thank you so much for checking this out. This is a special episode that is just a recap of how some of our viewer-created players did in year number 3. If you want to skip this video and go right on to the next, you are more than welcome to do that. There will be no gameplay in this video. It's just a recap for those viewers who have viewer-created players that want to see how they're doing. So that's what we're going to do in this video. If you like the video anyway, give it a thumbs up and hit that like button. If you want to see more of our videos, you can always subscribe and turn the notification bell on. You'll know every single time we put up a brand new episode. All right, let's take a quick look at how the players did this year. We're going to start off in Anaheim. As soon as I get the game to respond. In Anaheim, drop right down here. We'll take a look at how our player did. B-Bunny. Right here, B-Bunny played 82 games, had 13 points, 6 goals, 7 assists. It was a minus 19. Yikes. Definitely could use a little bit more seasoning, perhaps, but we'll see how that goes. He had 91 hits with 78 blocks and 72 giveaways to 33 takeaways. This guy is giving the puck up a ton, and he's throwing them bones. Look at that. 23 fights on the year for B-Bunny, 6'1", 210 pounds. B-Bunny, 82 overall, top 4 defenseman. He is an elite guy. Yeah, he's a two-way defender, and that is why he's giving up the puck so much. He is that defenseman, so that is expected. Very interesting year for him. Hopefully he continues to grow and continues to get better. We'll see how that goes. Next up is Arizona. We're going to Arizona's AHL team, the Roadrunners, and that's where we're going to find, see if we can bring him up here, Peter Volchenkov. Peter Volchenkov in the user or the witness protection, the witness protection program here. He's really Dmitry Dergachayev, and that's what he'll be moving forward in any future series that we play. But this is that particular player. So if you're looking for Dmitry Dergachayev, this is Peter Volchenkov standing in for him. He had 54 games in the AHL this year, and had 24 goals, 18 assists, 42 total points. He had a ton of really good stats here. Wow, 120 hits, only 8 blocks, 31 giveaways to 38 takeaways. That's pretty solid. 1 fight on the year for Peter Volchenkov, or Dmitry Dergachayev, depending on how you want to take a look at it. If we flip over, is he actually also on the Arizona's team? Let's double check. He may not be there. It doesn't look like he is. Let's go ahead and see if his stats will betray that. We'll jump right in here and take a look, see if they played him up in the NHL at all. They did. They played him 27 games in the NHL this year. So it looks like possibly the last 27 games, right around the trade deadline, they might have brought him up. He had 6 goals, 3 assists, and 9 points for a -4 in the NHL this year. Played 14 minutes, not bad. 27 hits, 5 blocks, 17 giveaways, and 18 takeaways. That's pretty solid. Doesn't tell us the number of fights because, unfortunately, this screen just does not tell us that. So, 4th line forward there. Looks like Peter Volchenkov, or Dmitry Dergachayev, whichever you want to call him, is going to be on the team next year. So, welcome to the NHL, Mr. Volchenkov. All right, up next, we've got Buffalo. On Buffalo's team, we've got Logan Linder. There he is. Played all 82 games up for Buffalo this year. He had 25 goals, 19 assists for a total of 44 points. It was a -13. Only had 16 penalty minutes, so very disciplined year for him. 3 game-winning goals. Looks like he was active on the power play. Very active on the power play. 8 of his 13 power play points were goals. That's pretty good. And then 40 hits to 19 blocks. Not a huge physical presence out there, that's for sure. Giveaways to takeaways look solid at 40 and 44, and 2 fights on the year for Logan Linder. All right, so there you go. There's a nice look at Logan Linder. 21, 61 overall, and a total of 82 overall. 6'1", 21 years old, 82 overall. Not bad. All right, up next, we've got Colorado. Couple in Colorado we're taking a look at here. First, we're going to take a look at, let's see, who is it? Shane Williams. Yes, Shane Williams, I believe, played the whole year up here. We'll have to take a look. Nope, looks like he is also back down in the AHL at this point. Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop down to the AHL team for Colorado. We've got Steve Conn, and we'll start with him since he's near the top. Had 59 points, played all 82 games for the Colorado Eagles. 30 goals, 29 assists for 59 total points at a plus 20. He only had 42 penalty minutes, which is really solid. 3 of his 6 power play points were goals. Let's see, terrible face-offs for filling in. 33 hits, 11 blocks, so not a very physical player, but when it comes to giveaways and takeaways, he's on the positive side of things. 8 fights for Steve Conn this year. And if we scroll down here, let's see. We're looking for, interesting. Very interesting. Shane Williams is missing. We'll have to find a way to bring him up and see how he did this year. Yeah. Let me double check something real quick. Make sure he's not a goalie or something. Nope, he's not a goalie. Fantastic. Yep, just not there. So missing in action is Shane Williams. We'll double check here just one last time. Yeah, missing in action. We'll find him, and we'll give you a quick update here before this whole thing ends on how Shane Williams did. We'll just have to do a player search for him. Not a big deal. Moving on, Detroit. Detroit has Graham. As soon as we find Graham, there he is. Played all 82 games for Detroit this year. Had 18 goals, 13 assists for 31 total points and a minus 9. Shot about 10%. 1 power play point. It was a goal. Scroll to the far end. Had 100 hits, 20 blocks. Had 26 giveaways to 37 takeaways. That's positive, and 33 fights. Derek Graham also throwing them knuckles out there as a 6'1", two-way forward. 83 overall, looking real solid. Very solid work there for Graham. So definitely going to be up on the team next year as well. Anybody who plays 82 games in a year is probably a standard on the team at this point. All right, moving on. Edmonton. We've got 2 in Edmonton we're keeping an eye on. The first one, scroll down to see if they are here. There it is, Joe Bobo. Yep, Joe Bobo played all 82 games for the Oilers this year. Had 15 points, 6 goals, 9 assists. Looks like he played probably down on the fourth line. There was a minus 8. Yeah, he played 7 minutes a game. Fourth liner. Comes out. Throws 84 hits, 17 blocks, and not bad. Has 9 fights. Is a 22 giveaway guy. Take away the puck 30 times, so he's in the positive. That's always good. And 82 overall. This says he's a third-line checker, so hopefully he'll get a little more ice time next year. Yeah, hopefully he'll get a little more ice time next year. We'll have to see. There we go. All right, and then if we take a look at the AHL of the Edmonton Oilers, there he is, Minh Nguyen. Minh Nguyen, 80 overall, third-line checker. Hopefully they bring him up next year and get him some full-time work up there on the real team. Had a great year, 28 goals, 29 assists for 57 total points. Was a plus 5. Only had 20 penalty minutes. Lots of assists on the power play, but not as many goals. See how did he do over here? He had 52% on his faceoffs. That's real solid. 48 hits to 21 blocks, 43 giveaways to 45 takeaways. We're in the positive. That's pretty decent, given where he's at. No fights. Minh Nguyen, center, 6'1" center. And again, he's 80 overall. So hopefully we'll see him up on the main team next year. If we take a look at the center situation for the Edmonton Oilers, yeah, we got what Draisaitl's 90, 96 McDavid, 87 Nugent Hopkins, Meredy, and Shore. So yeah, finding a spot for him shouldn't be too difficult. Either Meredy, who's 25, or Shore, 27. They could make a change, try to bring these guys out to bring in a younger, just as good player, and maybe save a little bit of money too. We'll have to see. So that is the situation there in Edmonton. Let's move on to Minnesota. Minnesota Wild. Minnesota Wild. Scroll down, and here he is, Savia Rowlowski. Savia put up 82 games this year, had 18 goals, 10 assists for 28 total points, a minus 8. He ended up 79 overall, listing him as a depth player. Ended up playing all 82 games for him, so hopefully that is going to increase to maybe third liner next year, possibly even higher if he really grows well. He's got 9 power play points, 4 of them were goals. Let's see what else we got here. 42 hits, 16 blocks, 28 and 37. That's good takeaway, giveaway to takeaway ratio, and no fights for Savia Rowlowski. 5'7", tiny little guy, 79 overall. Hopefully he continues to do well and can turn Minnesota's fortunes around. We'll see. We'll see. All right, after Minnesota, we're going to New Jersey. New Jersey. All right. Scroll down here. There she is. Robin Nicol had a 21-point season, played all 82 games for the Devils this year. 15 of those 21 points are goals, 6 of them are assists, -5 total. 12% shooting is pretty decent. Looks like she played the fourth line, barely any time on ice, but did pretty well considering. Let's see. 21 hits on 5 block shots. Giveaways and takeaways could be better, and no fights. So Robin Nicol struggling a little bit. We'll see if she can maybe turn it up next year as a sniper. Needs to be putting the puck in the net a little bit more. Great accuracy and decent amount of power. Just needs to get a little more ice time, I think, and you're going to see that skyrocket. Lister is a third-line scorer, possibly next year, something that they could see. If we take a look at New Jersey and the kind of right wingers they've got Rodriguez, Anderson, and Nicol as right wingers. 79, and 81. So hopefully she'll get a chance to maybe get up on a higher line next year and do some real damage. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. So not bad. All right, after New Jersey, we're going all the way to St. Louis. St. Louis, and we're going to their AHL team, because Hugo Boss played all 82 games for the San Antonio Rampage. He put up 68 points in the AHL, 20 goals, 48 assists. Had a -10. That's crazy. Only shot 5% this year. Wow. Hugo Boss shooting 5% this year. That's not good. And only shot 5% last year. So there you go. Wow. Not shooting very well. His shooting percentage very low. Very low. Very interesting, actually, to see that. Yeah, his slap shot accuracy is not going up. Other stuff is, but not his slap shot accuracy. He's got tons of power, but not very accurate there from downtown. Very interesting. So Hugo Boss, as a defenseman, puts up 68 points. That's pretty good for an offensive defenseman. That's a lot of assists. That's what you want to see, right? 19 power play points, 7 of them are goals. Played 26 minutes on the ice. That's pretty solid. Looks like top-line minutes there for him. Giveaways and takeaways, 40 and 40. That's really good. And 2 fights for him. 149 blocks. This guy is laying his body down. Only 15 hits, though. He's not out there smashing people, but he is definitely getting in front of the puck. And that is helping out his team in a big way. So Hugo Boss possibly up next year. We'll have to keep an eye on him. He's 78 overall, top 6 defenseman right now. They could potentially bring him up there in St. Louis, but that's a tough situation. If you take a look at their blue line right now, 78 overall. They got Delzaster and Wallman down there at the bottom. Yeah, 78, 80, 79, 78. Yeah, they could potentially bring him up. We'll have to take a look. But Pietrangelo and Parayko there are their top 2 guys, that's for sure. Yeah, if they want to save some money, they could always bring him up. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Could also see some movement here. They could trade him. Next up, Tampa Bay. On Tampa Bay. Scroll down here. I'm going to blast right past him. I know it. There he is. Trevor Hendrick. Trevor Hendrick played all 82 games as a defenseman for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Had 14 points, 7 goals, 7 assists. Not bad. What is he? He's an 80 overall. How'd he do defensively? Played 16 minutes and had 16 hits, 78 block shots, 64 giveaways, 16 takeaways, and 2 fights. An okay year for Trevor Hendrick. Definitely want to see him continue to grow and get a little bit better. As an offensive defenseman, you're expecting more out of that, but playing only bottom third pairing minutes, that's tough to do. So hopefully he'll continue to grow. After that, we've got Vancouver. On the Vancouver team. Here we go. Anderson Kelly. We saw this running the second line right now for Vancouver. 83 overall. Sniper for Vancouver. He put in 23 goals, had 15 assists for 38 total points. Was a +0. So right even player. That's not bad. Only 4 penalty minutes. Very disciplined. Take a ton of shots. Had 5 game-winning goals. That's rough. Played 13 minutes on that possibly third line. Mostly third line, I bet. Let's see here. 33 hits, only 11 blocks, 38 giveaways to 42 takeaways, and no fights for Anderson Kelly. Anderson Kelly on the Vancouver Canucks. Going to face him here in our playoff series that's about to start in just a few days. All right, up next, and the final one we're taking a look at is Winnipeg. The Winnipeg Jets. But we're not looking at a skater, we're looking at a goalie. Playing in between the pipes for Winnipeg. Oops, what did I do wrong there? Winnipeg, there we go. Playing in between the pipes for Winnipeg in the AHL, yep, is Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams had an .893. He had played 25 games. Let's take a look at this. He's 78 overall. Says he's a minor starting goalie. He played all of his games for the Manitoba Moose. And he definitely had a better year last year than he did this year. This year he struggled. Oof, he is on the struggle bus. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. That's a significant downgrade from year to year. Yeah, that's not good. Hopefully he bounces back here. He's definitely going to need to if he wants to make it up into the real deal up in the NHL. Now, playing for Winnipeg means Hellebuck and Anderson are the main go-to guys. With Anderson being 40 years old, though, it's possible that they choose to bring him up next year anyway. They do have Anders Nilsson, who they could bring up instead, who is 79. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of another. They may bring up Nilsson just simply because Williams had such a terrible year this year, and because they ran with Nilsson as the main guy down in the AHL. But we'll take a look, and we'll keep an eye on it. If Williams does well, then we're looking all right. Nilsson has 1 year left, so he's also in a contract year. He may not want to come back. That's a possibility, which means Williams could potentially be that backup next year for the Winnipeg Jets. All right, and that is everyone with the exception of Shane Williams from Colorado. So let's find Shane real fast, and we'll take a look at his stats. There's no reason why he should have disappeared, and yet he did. Go ahead and type in Williams here. Type in William and just go with William for now. That should bring him in. There we go. There he is, Colorado Avalanche. Says he says he's on the NHL team, but who knows? Looks like he played 9 games this year for the Colorado Avalanche. And it says no. It says this season he's played all 82 games for the AHL team. For some reason, we couldn't find him down there. But here's his stats for... Actually, no, he didn't play at all this year. Ooh, he didn't play this year at all. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Shane Williams doesn't play a single game this year. Okay, interesting. 82, this is from last year then. This would be the second year stats. Wow, that's pretty intense. That's pretty intense. He plays the defense. So giveaways and takeaways weren't that bad. Hits the blocks were really good. Yeah, that surprises me. Okay, so 21 years old, and Shane Williams misses an entire season. He's 80 overall and doesn't play a game. Wow. It says he's got 9 games played, but I think that's from the playoffs the year before. Defensive defenseman. He's a really good, solid defensive defenseman. He's got great speed. His defensive awareness could be better. But everything else looks really good. I am surprised they didn't play him at all. What is going on with Colorado? They're just too deep. Apparently, they're just too deep. Let's try to figure out where Shane Williams is. View lines. I want to take a look at Colorado real quick and see if he's maybe a scratch player for them. First thing we got to do is get to Colorado and take a look at their scratch players. Yeah, he was a scratch player all year long, and they never needed him. They ran Kempney instead as the fill-in, the first fill-in. So they never played a single game with Shane Williams. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy to me. Who do they have on defense right now? Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, their defense is absolutely stacked with Bo Byram. Yeah. Yeah. They're just too deep. They are too deep. 2 years left, 6 years left, 2 years left, 5 years left, 5 years left, and 1 year left. Yeah, if anybody needs to be traded, it's... I am super surprised they did not have Shane Williams on the trade block and available. That is crazy. How many years left does he have? He's got 3 years left, so he's got some time, but man, just sitting down there on the bench for the entire year, not even a fill-in, oof, that's rough. Well, there you go. That is the look at our viewer-created players. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back with the first round of the playoffs here in just a little while. We'll see you then. Take care.